morning. Welcome back into the Hideout Academy studio, and I hold in my hands a beautiful sealed vinyl. It says here, let's see, Austin Grimm, Garden of Youth, the brand new album and the first ever vinyl from our friend Austin Grimm, who returns to the Hideout Academy studio. Bud, it's so good to see you.
Thanks so much for having me. It's good to be back.
Thank you for doing it. I was at first I was thinking when Lieutenant Dan was first like, we got Austin playing Nashville Sunday night. We're gonna have him come in. I was like, that's great. And I was thinking, I knew it was on a Friday, but I was thinking maybe it was next Friday to get right in advance of the show. But I see you're actually going to be in St. Louis, which I was noticing by reading the back of this beautiful vinyl sleeve here that you actually recorded the new album up in St. Louis. Tell us a little bit about that, man.
I did. So I recorded in my hometown of St. Louis, Missouri last year with my good friend Jacob Dietering at Red Pill Recording Studio. And he's a guy who I did a little EP with back in 2014 called Changes Ahead. And it's more of my like singer-songwriter, folkier style, which kind of took the back seat once Roots of a Rebellion kind of took precedence over everything.
Sure.
So this album is really all about me kind of returning to my roots as just a guy with a guitar.
Yeah. Well, and you're just a guy with a guitar. That's one way to put it. But as we've discussed on the show many times, you actually, you give guitar lessons. You are kind of a mentor. Whether it's to show maybe youngsters how to play, maybe it's to somebody getting started in the business. You've got a little bit of experience in all this now. You've become a seasoned veteran in this music industry here in Music City, USA.
I've learned from many mistakes, and I'm happy to share the love and help somebody else on their journey, because it is a beautiful journey to take.
Certainly, and it's wonderful that when you learn from the mistakes, you don't repeat the mistakes, right?
Hopefully,
yeah. We've got Austin Grimm live here in the studio again. Garden of Youth. We're going to celebrate the release of this album a week from this Sunday, November 23rd. Out at 3rd and Lindsley as part of Lightning 100 at Nashville Sunday night. We've also got Guthrie Brown on that bill. It's going to be a great live show. Tickets available right now, 3rdandlindsley.com to find yours. But you brought this beautiful guitar. Is that a Martin?
It is. It's my first Martin.
And it must be new, huh? Oh, boy. First time playing it on the radio?
Yes.
Another world premiere. Are you going to play one from the new album?
I'm going to do the title track, Garden of Youth.
Beautiful. We've got Austin Grimm live in the Hideout Academy studio on Lightning 100.
Home is where I was born and raised, where I learned to work and play, looking up to those I love, learning who I'm made of, digging deep, sowing what I reap. Yes, sir, yes, ma'am, I know exactly who I am. Home is where I plant my feet, firmly rooted to grow deep, nurture soul and branches rise, reaching up for sunlight, digging in the dirt, growing strong takes hard work, finding truth in this garden of youth. Home is where the stories lay, where I end and start my day. Grateful for this gift of life, growing through the pain and strife, digging the child within. Playful energy, spirit wild and free. Home is where I feel at ease, listening to the birds sing, footloose and fancy free. Oh, what I'd give to be a child again, pure innocence. I know just what I'll do, tend this garden of youth.
Lightning 100, that is Austin Grimm live here in the Hideout Academy studio. And I understand because I sort of play guitar. It's pretty terrible, but I know all the chords and stuff. But I know it wouldn't sound as good as when, say, you, Austin Grimm, were playing. But I understand why you got that Martin, because, oh, my goodness. Sounds fantastic. Again, that's the title track to the brand new album, Garden of Youth. We're going to celebrate with Austin and Guthrie Brown for our Nashville Sunday night out at 3rd and Lindsley, a week from this Sunday, November the 23rd. And I did see that officially the album comes out on your birthday, which is 12/12.
That's it.
But if you are a subscriber to Austin's Patreon, you will actually hear the album well in advance of that. So as we get ready for the Nashville Sunday Night Show on the 23rd, I guess my first question would be, will these beautiful vinyl copies of the album be available for purchase?
You can get the vinyl before it's streaming.
How about that? A little old school.
Old school, baby.
I love it. But you were mentioning this is your first release on vinyl, right?
It is.
What?
Yeah.
Pretty exciting, huh?
Very exciting.
Like the artwork is, I love this picture of you on the front. I mean, it looks great. Did you do all of this?
No. So one of my best friends and his wife, Dylan Fitch and Mackenzie Fitch.
Okay.
Mackenzie's done pretty much all of my artwork and a lot of Roots of Rebellion's artwork over the years. So that picture was taken on their homestead in Dover, Tennessee, where they are living the good old school life of farming and gardening and living with the land. And she's just an amazing artist, and they're amazing people, and
they did an amazing job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fantastic. I love that too, man. It's you know, I know that as we've discussed before, on air and off air, you know, sometimes it can feel like it's overwhelming. You get into the sauce, so to speak, and it's like, oh my gosh, and you're going, you know, 1,000 miles a minute. Feel like you can't take a break, and I think maybe in all the years that you've been doing music, you kind of realize that sometimes it's better to maybe pull back or pace yourself a little bit better. So you focusing on the music, you've got a great team that's focused on all the artwork and the photography, which is incredible. And you did mention Roots of a Rebellion, and for some folks listening, they might say, I know that name, that voice sounds familiar. Yeah, it's Austin from Roots of a Rebellion. They actually won our Music City Mayhem, was that?
2012.
2012. I was going to say 2011. I knew it was close, though.
Yeah, you were right on.
But yeah, 2012, and a lot of Belmont students part of Roots of Rebellion.
Oh yeah,
right?
all 6 of us.
All 6. I wasn't sure if it was everybody, but I just another band. There's so many great artists and bands formed at Belmont University, and I mean, some of our interns are from Belmont too, just kind of on a rotating basis, and they're doing a fantastic job. As we are streaming at volume.com/lightning100, you'll be able to stream the Nashville Sunday Night on the 23rd that same way, but it's even better to be there in the club, and again, you'll have a chance to buy this brand new vinyl. I saw you post on Instagram yesterday A little throwback Thursday. So you posted some reels. He says, I guess I've been making reels since the year 2000 when I think about it, and I see this very young, much shorter hair on Austin Grimm. So you, again, if you donate to the Patreon, there's 20 minutes here, and I love what you said. It's a 20-minute home movie, though. Thank God, because it's embarrassing. But this new album is all about having fun, looking back, moving forward. So let's talk about the new album. Writing the songs, are they all new songs? Any of them come from, ideas back in the day? Tell us a little bit about writing this album and why you decided on the songs that actually made it on the record.
So I would say about half of the songs are old.
Really?
Like some of which, I'm talking 17 years old, that I wrote when I was about 18 years old. And then the other half are newer within the last couple of years. And it was just these songs that I loved, that my family all loved back in St. Louis, and that I never really got around to like properly recording. So I've always been meaning to do it. And last year, I connected with my buddy Jacob Dietering in St. Louis at Red Pill Recording Studio, and was like, let's do this. And he put together an amazing band, and we went in and we knocked out 14 songs. And it's been pretty surreal, honestly, recording this album that's all about me returning to my roots as a singer-songwriter. Because now, fast forward a year later, my wife and I actually just moved to St. Louis, which is bittersweet. I know, and it was a really tough decision to leave Nashville, but my wife is actually pregnant with our first child.
Is this breaking news on Lightning in the Morning? Congratulations to you both. That is fantastic.
Thank you. We are so excited.
I'll
baby's
bet.
due December 23rd. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl. We're going to be surprised.
Oh, my goodness. This is right around the corner,
I know.
man. Oh,
She's
my
34 weeks, and we are so excited, but it definitely was a tough decision leaving Nashville. But I'm always going to be coming back, and, thank you to Lightning 100 for making this weekend's trip worth it.
Absolutely. And you'll be back next weekend, too. Again,
exactly.
To headline Lightning 100's Nashville Sunday night. Of course, we will broadcast the show live, but as we always say, it's always better to be there live in the club. And again, you get a chance to pick up this fantastic new album on vinyl. Austin Grimm on vinyl for the first time. And again, maybe you are thinking about picking up the guitar. So are you, I guess...
I am teaching.
Should I? Okay.
Yes.
But will this be in the St. Louis area? Will you still do instruction here in Nashville?
So a little bit, yeah. So I do virtual, with some of my students long time. And then I've been coming back to Nashville about once a month to reconnect with as many students as I can.
Okay.
Given amount of, so I just did a few lessons yesterday. I've got one after this. Because I really do love teaching guitar, and I love seeing my students progress and just sharing the joy of music. It like gives me chills most days. So I'm always going to teach, but it's also been a breath of fresh air, like really doing the artist thing again and working on this album and now promoting it. And I actually have a new band in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And I'm bringing them down next week into 3rd and Lindsley. So I'm excited for y'all to hear them.
Are these the same guys or the same band that played on the album? Maybe a couple few? Or?
Same bass player who recorded on this album and my Changes Ahead EP. But it's kind of a super group. They play in a band called Waffle House Fight Club, which is all cover requests. Literally anyone requests any song and they just do it. Even if they've never heard it, never played it, they just look it up on their phone and they just do it. It's a riot.
I always appreciate a great band name, and that is a great band name. Waffle House Fight Club. Fantastic. And it's to your point, St. Louis is not that far away.
Yeah. It's a 5-hour drive. I love driving. I'm a road warrior.
That's not bad at all. But oh my gosh. So not only did I not realize that you had moved from Nashville, but had no idea. Well, like you said, it's kind of breaking news here. There's a new Grimm on the way later in the year, in 2025. With any luck, I'll have the same birthday as me, New Year's Eve.
Ooh.
You get that tax break right in the nick of time.
We're hoping for.
Austin Grimm here in studio. So, you going to play another one for us?
Sure, yeah.
You're going to play, is this from the new album?
I'm going to do one off the new album.
Tell us a little bit about this, too. Is this one of the newer ones or one of the older ones?
This is one of the newer ones. This is actually one of the first songs that my wife, Taylor, and I wrote together. And it was inspired by a conversation with one of my dear friends, Cass Haley, who is always dropping wisdom on me. Like every time I see him, he's just like changing my perspective. And this conversation basically was like, everything is relationships. So that's the name of the song. It's called Relationships. Good, bad, small, everything. It's just all about this human connection. So that's what this song's about. It's called Relationships. Hope you like it.
All right, Austin Grimm live on Lightning 100.
Relationships are everything, everywhere, and everyone has something to learn from someone. Some are shallow, some are deep, some forever, some hard to keep. Effort's a two-way street. And all I know is I don't know much, but I'm reaching out just to feel someone's touch, feeling lost, alone, and forsaken, as my heart aches to be taken. Relationships are a heavy thing. No one wins when a heart's breaking. Reconsider everything. And all our time together, I sure learned a whole lot, especially who I'm not. And all I know is I don't know much, but I'm reaching out just to feel someone's touch, feeling lost, alone, and forsaken, as my heart aches to be taken. Relationships are good for growth. Hardships help us learn to cope. Worry about what we control. Strength is struggle turned inside out. Silver tint in the clouds of doubt. Living within and without. And all I know is I don't know much, but I'm reaching out just to feel someone's touch, feeling lost, yet finding myself making the best of this situation.
Austin Grimm live in the Hideout Academy studio. Wow. I felt every lyric in that, especially the line that, what is it? What struggle turned inside out.
Yep. What do I say there?
I wrote it down. I can't even read my own.
Strength is struggle turned inside out. Silver tent in the clouds of doubt.
Bam.
Yeah, I think
Austin
we can all
Grimm.
relate to that.
Exactly. Dropping some truth on us here on a Friday morning. So excited for you, Austin. Again, the artwork is fantastic. A couple of songs here live in the studio to get us ready for Nashville Sunday night. Visit austingrimm.com with 2 M's, austingrimm.com. Maybe you're looking for a guitar lesson. Maybe you are looking to get tickets to a show and you want to see if Austin's going to be in a town near you. Well, if you are here in Nashville, the answer is yes. If you're in the St. Louis area, the answer is definitely yes. And it looks like you're going to be ringing in the new year in your hometown, too. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, you might be new daddy by then, too.
Yeah, that show might have to get canceled. We'll see.
But no, Austin, man, it's so great to see you, to catch up, and to see that you're moving full steam ahead, man. And it's I'm so excited for this new album and to have you back on here in studio and out at 3rd and Lindsley, back on our airways on Nashville Sunday night, man.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really sincerely mean that I wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for Lightning 100. All y'all do for local independent music. It gave Roots of Rebellion the fire back in 2012 to keep it going up until 2020. And it really means the world to me to have y'all's love and support.
Well,
So
we do definitely love you, bud, and congratulations again to you and your wife. Are you going to wait to find out if it's a boy or a girl?
We are.
That's the
Gonna
best.
Be surprised.
It is the best, man. That is so great. Well, it's so great again to catch up with you, to have you here in studio. Get your tickets for the Nashville Sunday night. Again, it's not this Sunday, but a week from Sunday, November the 23rd. 3rdandlindsley.com. I do see the doors will open a little bit later on the 23rd. Usually it's 5:30. It'll be 6 o'clock, but we'll have a 7 o'clock start. Guthrie Brown's going to be opening. Now, was that your choice? Was that your decision?
Yeah,
okay.
Guthrie and I go back. We were playing the Listening Room back in the day, just as singer-songwriters, and been friends ever since.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And, well, how about, so we got a couple of songs live from Austin, so how about we wrap it up by playing a song called Lightning by Guthrie Brown.
Love it.
Get ready for the Nashville Sunday night on the 23rd. Thank you all for tuning in, and big thanks again to Austin Grimm for being here as we wrap up the show with Guthrie Brown, a song called Lightning on Lightning 100.